Hello, lovelies. Welcome to my YouTube channel today. If you're seeing my face for the first time, this is Moments with D, and I talk about everything immigration, travel tips, vlogs, and generally just fun stuff. So, if this sounds like something you're interested in, definitely subscribe. In today's video, basically, I'm just going to be showing you the step-by-step process on how to use the CRS tool and equally create your Express Entry profile. So, if this is something that you're interested in, definitely keep watching. I'm actually supposed to be on my way out now, so I just decided to quickly drop in this video so that you can because I've gotten a few feedbacks as to how to create some profiles. Some people are having issues, or they've created the profile and they are somehow seeing their score as 0, so obviously they did something wrong. I helped a few that I could to rectify such issues, and I just thought to put out the step-by-step video out so that you can see it. So I'm sure you're going to get value from this. Let us just begin the process.
To begin, you open a new tab and you can just impute CRS Tool or CRS and just enter. You will see the very first one, the very comprehensive ranking system. That's what you click on that, and then you just scroll down to, so you see what the tool actually does. You can check your score, how it is hypothetical, like I mentioned in my previous video. If you have not seen that, I'll just link that here so that you can go to that video to see how you use this. But you can read up on all that and just see what your score would look like. So here I'll just be selecting as a single person. This is just an hypothetical scenario, right? So you select your marital status, you select how old you are, then your level of education, that's if it's a Canadian degree or not. So this is where the OWES and all that comes in. So I'm selecting 2 or more certificates, more like maybe you have ICANN, you did all this IT courses and all that. Then for the 4th one, if you actually maybe have studied in Canada at all, then the 5th one is your language. So this is where you select IELTS or WES or something, and it's valid for 2 years, like I mentioned. So this is where the banding comes in. You see, for speaking is 7.5 to 9. So if you have 7.5 for speaking, it's still more like the highest band. Listening, 8.5 to 9 is like the highest band. Reading, 8 to 9 is the highest band. Writing, 7.5 to 9 is the highest band. Then if you have another language, you select the language, and if it's not applicable, like I just did, then just fill in these forms, with the appropriate information, right? And then you also, like, if that was a Canadian this thing, you select it. Then if you have a job opportunity, maybe you already have a job that has LMIA, you see that has the labor market impact assessment. You have a job and they've given you to say, okay, this is your LMI report, you put that in. But if you don't have, you just select no. If you have provincial nomination as well, you put that in here. And then if you have a spouse, you would have selected that you are married, of course. But if you have like a sibling in Canada, that's the 10th one here, you select. And these are the categories of who qualify as your sibling. And then once you have all that information, you click on calculate your score. So just ensure that you verify all the information that you fill to ensure that you are not imputing, anything wrongly. And once you've checked out everything and everything checks for you, right, just click on calculate score, and then you have it. So you can use this to manipulate it, however, to see maybe what your lowest score will be, what the highest score will be, and you can see the sections, right, that contributes to make up your total score. So for this person, or for this hypothetical situation, it is 489 is our score, and it's a good score, but it's just that the pool scores now are really, really high. So 489 might not cut it. You might need to like maybe do French, or just get something to like boost your score, do your master's, PhD, and the likes. Now afterwards, you can now want to create your Express Entry profile. So what we're going to be doing next is to see how to check your eligibility and create your profile. So you can just put IRCC in your search box, click on the first link you see, scroll down, click on immigrate. You are using the Express Entry route, right? So you click on that, and here you can read on how to migrate to Canada using the Express Entry profile, how Express Entry works, the documents you need. But we are clicking on creating, and we are going to click on creating as an Express Entry profile, right? So that's what we are going to click on here. And you can also check my previous video. I have the link there as well. So here you see the CRS tool clicked on before, and then you just click on find out if you're eligible. That's what you just click on here. I'm going to use the link I'll put that in the description box as well, so you can use that link as well. With that link, this is what it gives you, and you just scroll down, you see all the criterias, you see how to check the tiering system and all that, what's the education and all that. But just scroll to the bottom like I am doing now, just to the very bottom, and then you see where you select on submit your profile. So you click submit your profile, and it brings you to creating the profile, just like the other one did as well. And here you can also like find out if you're eligible. So that's what you're clicking. You click on that, and it brings you on here. So it tells you these are the questions that they will ask you: your nationality, age, and all this. So you need all this to check out if you're eligible, right? So you have all this information. You scroll down as well, then you click on check your eligibility. Now with this check your eligibility, it brings you here to the next phase, and then you start imputing your information. So now we begin with, okay, which province are you interested in? It's not like you can't change your province here, so just select anyone. So these are the provinces that are available, and the territories as well. So just pick anyone that you're interested in. Here I'll just pick Ontario, but you can always change it in your profile, or you can even select everything as well. Then here is the language. Do you have the official languages? Which one do you have? So you select the ones you have. There's self-pip, there's TEF, Pearson and all that. So select the ones that applies to you as well. Then click on next. Then you have to like, okay, when did you take the test? So you select the year, you select the month and the date you took the test, not the date the results came out. This is the date that you took the test, right? So you just want to put that there. Here we are using a hypothetical scenario, right? So you just put in the information, click on next as well. Then you check, okay, so what are the scores here? So unlike the CRS that you can see the banding, this one is just specifically to just check if you're eligible, right? So just put your score here. So this one you should more like already have a score. Doesn't mean that you cannot change it in the pool. You can, of course, you can definitely change your IELTS score, but this is just to check eligibility. And if this is saying that you're not eligible, you might not be able to like proceed. Then if you have other languages here as well, you select. So if you have French, you select TEF or TCF, or depending on whatever it is that the other language you have, click on next as well. And then it's saying, okay, in the last 3 years, do you have any Canadian work experience? So if you had any Canadian work experience at all, you put it here. It has to be an equal amount in part-time, but it has to be full-time and all. And then you select the NOC code that it applies to, which is the second one. If you don't have any work experience, just click none of the above, and then you move to the next one. And here it's saying in the last 10 years, do you have skilled work? What skilled work experience do you have? So you select the number of years that you have here. It has to be continuously paid, full-time, or if it's part-time, it must be equivalent, and all that. So you just select the ones that apply. And then the bottom one is now talking to this specific NOC: 72, 73, 82, 83, 92, 93, 6320. So you can specifically check if you actually fall under any of them, and if you do, you just select the one that applies. But if you do not, just select that is not applicable. So you can click on that find NOC, the one that is a bit highlighted in blue, to check what those specific NOCs relate to. But more often than not, it might actually not relate. So just select none and then move on. But you can want to confirm if you fall under any of those ones, so that you are selecting the right thing, basically. Then here, okay, how much money? You can click on that question mark in blue to check what money you are required to bring. But like we are working with a single person, and a single person is always 13 to 17,000, right? So you just pick, and that's the number of family that you have. You as a person, you are seen as a family of one. If you are husband and wife, a couple, you are seen as family of two. So that's how they calculate it, right? So you select one. Then if you have a job offer as well, the question mark will also help you to understand what it means by a job offer. If you have it, you select it here as yes, but if you don't, you move on with no. And then you click on next as well. Then you put in your date of birth. So okay, what year, what date, and this one has to be what is on your passport, your international passport. So you can also use the question mark to check as well, what date of birth you're going to be putting here. It has to tally with the date of birth on your travel document. And then you see, okay, if you did not earn a Canadian degree, your West evaluation, that's the second, the bottom one is talking about. So if you not earn a Canadian degree, you may have to like evaluate. So when the evaluation, what did they write on your West? Did they say it's evaluated as master's degree, a professional degree, or something? So you click on that. Then you check here as well and click on check the boxes that apply. Have you studied in Canada? Do you have work experience in any of the tiers that is mentioned in Canada? Or do you have a relative in Canada? If you have, you just check it, and if you don't have, you click no, like this example that I just did. Then what is your marital status? So are you married? Are you single? You select that as well. Divorced and all. Don't lie on your form. Don't lie. You see this PI280, this number that you generate, this personal reference code, you should keep it. You actually need to keep it, and it's valid. They'll put the validity there as well. Then step 3 says that you should register. So if you already have an account, you click on login. But if you don't have an account, which is what we are trying to do, register to get a key. So you are going to be clicking on that step 3, and that is what you need to move on to the next step, right? To create your account. So you can also print this and save it on your laptop as a PDF, so that you have it handy. But take note of that personal reference number, and then just click on create an account. So if maybe you get logged out or anything, you can just still come back to this step by just click on migrate again, and you just go through like that express entry, or you can even go through that sign in or create an account immediately, or still go through step by step, create and submit your express entry profile, and then you just go ahead and sign in, right? Then you just go ahead and scroll down to the bottom, and then you click on register for an account, which is what you're trying to do, right? So if you click on it on that step 3 as well, it brings you to this page, and then you scroll down and you see two ways you can create an account. The option 2, interact sign-in partner, is for maybe those that studied in Canada and they are now trying to create a profile. This one is saying for privately through your Canadian bank or credit union and all that. So maybe students and all that. But since if you're applying from outside of Canada, you don't have a Canadian bank account or anything, just scroll back up, select register with GC key, username and password, and you see those that can use it as well. Just select that. It brings you to this place where you create a username and you create a password, right? So you just sign up. You read the terms and conditions before you accept it. So in return for you read the terms and conditions, you accept it, then this is where you create a username. So what username do you want to use? I'm using Kutuwenji, since it's hypothetical, right? So just input any username of your choice that you can easily remember, or you can even save on your laptop or on a secure device. Then create a password. So it will tell you if your password is secure, it will tell you if it's strong and all that. And this is also a good place to just like and subscribe to this channel if you're getting value step by step. You are definitely, if you follow these steps, you're definitely not going to miss it, and it's very recent, so it's not like some old way of creating. Because when I created my own account in 2020, it obviously wasn't like this, right? But they've improved on it, and this is the way to do it now. So you create the password, you confirm your password as well, and then you just click on continue, and it takes you like to the next stage of it. So you just confirm your password, ensure that you can remember it. Then here you create your recovery questions. So what it gives you suggested questions, right? Click on any of them, put in your answers. And so here as well, I'm just going to hypothetically just impute something to ensure that we can just proceed to the places that you then go ahead and impute other details. But this is very important, and it's also very important that you remember this, because this is how you then log in subsequently. And don't wait till you have everything before you create your profile. Even though you're in the process of getting a second a 2 or more certificate, you are trying to get feedback from a professional degree, you didn't even pass your IELTS and you are rewriting, is just with whatever it is you have, create your profile first, and then you can come back and then start updating whatever it is that you have. right in the poll. So it's not like it doesn't stop you from updating your information. Click on continue as well, and then you are going to be asked for your email address. Input your email address, confirm your email address, and go ahead and click on continue as well. So because this is where they're going to be sending information to, so this is showing that your GC key is complete now. So you click on continue to verify your email address. They will send you a confirmation code. Put in the confirmation code, click on continue, and then a recovery email is complete. So it has said, welcome Kutu Wenji. Then you know that, okay, you're doing something right. So you click on continue for the two-factor authentication here, and it's going to ask you all the options you want. So you might want to select other options, but I'm still going to select email address because I don't want to use my phone number or desktop and all that. So I'll just use set up with my email address. It's going to tell you the terms and conditions of using a two-step factor authentication. Here again, you have to put in the email address you want to use for the two-factor authentication, and then you click on continue as well. So it's going to send you the one OTP. You put that and you continue. And here, these codes are very important. So you might want to like screenshot it and have it in your safe place, in your archive. It is very, very important. When you need to recover your account, right, you would need it. So you can click on print this page. It will save as PDF, and then you will actually use it whenever you need to recover your account. So you can check on why you need it. So if you have saved it, just tick that the box that says yes, I have securely recorded this, and click on continue. So your two-factor is completed. It will tell you the time you completed it, and you continue as well. So here is now the terms and conditions of signing up and having your details for express entry. Ensure you read it so that if you don't agree, you can select that you don't agree, right? But then just go ahead, scroll down, select on that. Okay, yeah, I read it and I accept, how my data will be used, GDPR and all that. So they want to ensure that your data is protected. Accept, and yeah, creating your account here like full force. So given name, you see what is written there as it is on your passport. So don't go and write because you fancy them calling you Katie. Don't write Katie. Exactly as it is on your passport. So your given name is going to be like your first name and middle name, then your last name as it is on your passport. Put in your email address, what language you want them to communicate, the mails and everything, communicate with you. So you select that, and then you select continue. So these are security questions. Just input what you find fancy. These ones are not this one are at your own purview. It's not like the other one that you have to click on drop down. So this one is what you want, right? What you can easily remember. So input questions that you can remember, not when you're trying to recover your account, because at every time when you have to sign, submit your profile, sign in again, all these questions you will have to like fill it over and over. So you want to input something that you remember. So watch my previous video, like it's writing on the screen right now, and show me some love, right? Because putting in the effort to actually do all this. Thank you so much. So once you input all these details, just click on continue, and it's going to take you to the next page. And here you can see, so Kutu Wenji Moments, that's the account I just created, and you can see all your details here. So click on apply to come to Canada, right? Once you click on that, it's going to bring you to this place where you need to put the personal reference code. Remember the first code I said you should save up when we checked our eligibility. This is where you input that code. So it is very important, and it also has a validity. So you want to create your account as soon as possible. Input the code, select continue. It's going to ask you for your last name, that's your family name. And if you are confused about anything, like I said, that question mark beside it is going to help you to remember, or it's going to jog your memory, or it's going to tell you what exactly they require in that place. For instance, see this one now, you say, okay, this last name is family name, first name is your given name, and it has to be how it appears on your passport. If there's apostrophe, if you have amended your name, relationship with your daughter, all those kind of things. Just like details exactly what they want to see. So that question mark is very important when you are filling your form, if you are confused at any point, right? So you put in your last name, your first name, your gender, the date of birth from the eligibility was imported here, so you won't have to do that again. You click on next, and then it asks you for your marital status. Once you click on the marital status and it matches with what you used on the when you were checking your eligibility, right, it just takes you to you see, let me click on this one now. You see never married, and I click on next. It takes you to this page which shows that yeah, your profile was created correctly. And then now you now have to like start filling in the forms, the personal detail, contact details, your studies, application and all that. So if you were married, beneath after that work history, it will show your partner's profile beneath it as well. They will fill all those forms, and here you see the names you filled before, everything was imported. The gender you filled before, everything was imported. It's only the additional part that you need to impute the details that you just have to like put those ones. And once you're done, you see how we put it like in progress. The ones you've not started, you said you've not started. Once you're done, you just click on continue, you save it, you sign your document, and that is how you create your profile. Lots of people end up creating their profile wrongly, and they will now see that at the end of imputing everything, they see 00, or they see that they are not eligible. Is because they did not create the profile correctly. So you want to follow these steps in creating your profile, and you will not have any issue.
We've come to the end of this video. If you found value in today's video, definitely like, share, subscribe, share with every other person that might actually be in this journey with you and require a step-by-step process of creating this profile. And as you have noticed, or you must have seen in this video, it is very recent. Like, it's a recent step-by-step process, so it's not some archaic guide as to how Express Entry was being created or profile was being created some years back. So share with someone that might find this video useful. Until I come your way next time, stay blessed. Bye.